So, some of you may know, some of you won't know, some of you may know that one thing I'd love to do one day is to be able to voice act in something. Uh, 'Cause I do my silly voices every now and then. I do. Hey, come on, I do that. I do that every now and then. But honestly, this makes me sound like a crazy person. But whenever I'm in the when I'm in the freezer or fridge at work, because I'm usually in there alone working, and I get bored, so I end up monologuing to myself in different like voices. They're usually Warhammer related because that's like my go-to for like any sort of media. Uh, and I was thinking, man, I can't really do higher pitched voices that well. Like my voice cracks really easily, and so I turned and I was like, man, I should really learn how to do like higher pitched voices like this without my voice cracking. Like I want to go higher than that, you know. Um, so I turned to the best resource for higher pitched feminized voices, trans women. Now, there's this YouTube channel called Trans Voice Lessons, and I listen to a few of those to learn how to like exercises to get to a higher pitch comfortably. However, whenever she did this thing where she went ha 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 ha, she like from lower to like higher to like practice that like putting weight and taking weight off of your voice. I couldn't help but think of the scene from the Batman, Robert Pattinson's Batman, of the Riddler singing Ave Maria. And it like I had to it ruined the whole exercise for me because I would just go ha 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 Ave Maria. It was just it's yeah, it was great. It was a good chuckle. But anyway, here's the build. I call this build I call this build like the tank build, the Paladin build. Um Sorry, something in my throat. You don't have to take the crusher. The crusher's pretty shit. Um, but if you want to take it, you can. You can take anything. I'm taking it for the sake of using it, I guess. Took the flamer because we're doing a lot of crowd control here. So for our talents, we obviously went to the Stunstorm Grenade. I'm sorry, there's a splinter in my sock. Sunstorm Grenade because we're focusing on like CC and whatnot here. And you can go Immolation Grenade if you want, but if you're going to Flamer, it's like, you're investing a lot in fire. Go down like this path to get the Beacon of Purity. Now this is a really good feat, or whatever, talent. I was testing this build earlier and I got nabbed by a chaos spawn and started getting eaten. And the corruption would be healed the second I took it with someone on coherency. So it was just like the aggro of the chaos spawn was on me while my teammates were able to just whittle it down while it was chewing on me, and I took no corruption damage. It was quite amazing. And obviously to sell the support build, we're going courses. Obviously, we're going the course of spiritual fortitude or the idol, whatever you want to call it. Banishing light. No, you kind of have to take it if you want to continue down. And I took Ecclesiarch's Call to grant 15% damage to your allies. If you want, you can go the 25% toughness damage reduction. But I think just the better damage. You're already giving them so much toughness with this thing anyway. I think the damage is just more valuable. And then I took, obviously, down here, more wounds. You don't have to stack wounds on your, even though we are going martyrdom, I'm not going to stack wounds on my curios. Just because I don't think it's, like, needed for this build, because you have a bunch of HP. And then, obviously, Martyr's Purpose, Martyrdom, this, that, the other, And I went down with a few points to get Swift Certainty, just because, one, increasing your sprint speed is good, especially because this build is kind of slow with the Crusher. And obviously, always counting as dodging while sprinting, even if stamina's depleted, is super good for getting towards targets and running across fire. It's so good. Now, here are my curios. Whoops. Obviously, I have 19%, 19%, 20%, and they all have the increased 5% health. Yeah. Now, I will say, before we even start, the weakness of this build is that you are really slow. You don't have one thing like Chastise the Wicked or the Stealth build to get to your enemies. And obviously, whenever you activate the Crusher, for some reason you CC yourself. However, this build is really tanky, really sustainable, really hard to kill. You'll pretty much never have to worry about going down. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, let's get into a game. It's been 5 minutes already. Alrighty, let's get into it. I dropped a wrapper. I put it in a cough drop because my throat was scratchy. Oh god, where'd it go? Found it. We're good. Into the trash bag it goes. Unfortunately, this is a low intensity. But I didn't want to back out of the lobby and just, try to find an actual damnation game. But it is Shock Troop, so maybe some will pop up, and if a monstrosity pops up, obviously I'll be able to show off how strong it is. But I'm going to state something now. This build is good, but personally I don't really like it for my playstyle on the Zealot. I think the Zealot doesn't really have any weak abilities or talents or ultimates, whatever you want to call them. Chastise the Wicked, obviously really good. This Totem, really good. Stealth is also really good. But personally, I just like running around like a crazy person. Chastise the Wicked to get in there. Stealth to get in there. This is kind of like a stationary playback kind of build. And personally, it's not for me. Especially for some reason you literally stunt yourself when you activate this weapon for some reason. Makes no sense to me, but you do. If you're wondering how that veteran is so fast, one, he's got the knife, and if you do a charged heavy attack with the knife, you lunge forward, so you can give yourself increased movement. That's how you do that. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm just not a super big fan of the Totem, playstyle wise, just because I don't like being slowed down on the Zealot. I like moving. Nice. So yeah, the whole main point of this build is just crowd control. You have the Flamer, you have the Crusher. You don't have to go the Crusher. You can go literally any other weapon. I'm not here to stop you. I do like the Crusher. I just wish it didn't self-slow for some reason. It makes no sense to me. You could be running at someone and activate and just slow yourself, and you just lose the ability to actually engage. I don't even know why it does that. I feel like I really wish Fat Shark would have removed it by now. Hopefully they remove it in the next patch. But here's hoping. Ouch. Go up here. Excuse me, pardon me. Oh my goodness, sorry, my voice is so scratchy right now. Probably from all those lessons. Singing too much Ave Maria. Such a good song. Such a good movie as well.
No turning back now.
Yeah. Obviously, my dream would be able to voice act something for Warhammer. I think I could do a mean Death Guard. Not to, toot my own horn here. Then again, it could sound really bad, and I just don't realize it, right? Ouch. Oh, there's a sniper here. Thank you, Mutant, for delivering me to that. Might as well top up on the old thing here. I feel like everything's dying before me because this veteran's going in at Mach 10. Yeah, I was just saying, I think I could do a pretty nasty Death Guard, no pun intended. No, actually, I lied. It was pun intended. I lied to you. The thing about Death Guard is that it's a lot of, like, you don't really use your lips, you use your whole mouth, if that makes sense. Like, you just kind of press your tongue to the top of your mouth. I don't know if we'll be able to do that. I have a cough drop in my mouth right now, but, like, come to the garden, take grandfather's blessings, you know? Like, you talk, like, not without the lips, a whole lot of tongue, and you let, like, drool pile up underneath your tongue. And that typically, like, delivers it for me. And also you, like, lisp your S's, your F's, your P's, anything that can, like, even resemble, like, a F sound, like a F. I don't know if that picked up on the mic, like a F. I've not used my idol once, just because I haven't felt like we needed it, but might as well use it now. Give that damage as we clear out this itty-bitty horde. If we get a monstrosity, I'll be able to show off how, like, sustainable the build is. You are essentially like a mini Ogren, because you have, with this, you have 366 HP. You have wounds, a good amount of wounds. You have obviously have all the toughness in the world thanks to the idol, right? And you're a zealot. You know. Now you could do, you could probably swing in until death, or that I think it's called until death, the invulnerability thing, instead of the sprinting thing if you feel like you need it more. But personally, I like the sprint one a little more. If we stay in coherency with this, I assume we heal corruption on downs. Yeah, I think I'm seeing the corruption being healed. Man, I was looking at Night Lord models. It's a shame that they're all Forge World, but I think I might. See, the thing is, I already have. Oh my goodness. So many things going on at once. It's a shame all the Night Lord models are in Forge World, because I want Night Lords to have their own codex. Because I'm a Night Lord simp, what can I say? But those Forge World Night Lord models do look pretty sweet. And I could probably get some, like, Primaris Intercessors if I really like Primaris models, and just get some of the Night Lord upgrade kits they have, like the helmets, the shoulder pauldrons, this, that, the other. A little bit of green stuff here and there for flesh. These things could work. That's a future thing. I'm not financially stable enough to be starting another army. Although I should look this up, but is the Conrad Curse Horse Heresy model, does that come pre-painted, or is that something I have to paint? Because I'm not skilled enough to paint that. However, if I was if it comes pre-painted, I'd be down to get it. And also, if I had more money, I'd be down to, like, ship it off to some painter site to commission it. Because I love Conrad Kurz. He is my sweet boy, and he's never done anything wrong. He only killed and ate a few people. And they probably deserved it. Aye! Ooh. Baseball bat might. They should just make a skin that's just a baseball bat for this weapon. Oh, one build I wanted to try out for the Zealot is a Fireman's build. Flamer, you take the heavy combat axe, flame grenades, and you take Probably chastise the wicked, so it's like the fury of the faithful. It's like the firemen charging in, right? I think that'd be fun. And also, I've never seen anyone ever use the heavy combat axe, so I'm gonna assume it's either sleeper good or really bad. These are things we have to try. Yeah. Got him. You know what would be a really fun project, actually, thinking about it? Since they sell Night Lord's transfer sheets on the website. Also, I dodged that sniper bullet because I was sprinting, by the way. Granting my boy some toughness in case he took a sniper shot. Might as well use one of these. Look how much, like, I just stood in the fire and I got hit like a million times, took no damage. Love to see it. Where is it? Oh no you don't. Get back here. Bitch. Alright, we're good. I think that ammo because one of my veterans is low on it. But oh yeah, where's this thing? If they sell Night Lord's transfer sheets, right? If I just get like one or two of those in case I fuck it up, because I know I will. And I try to convert a Brutalis Dreadnought to a Night Lord's version. I think that'd be pretty fun. The power of Christ compels you. Okay, I get it. There's mutants. Yo. Actually, you do the Brutalis one because it's the melee one, right? And Night Lords, you know. I was gonna say Night Lords love melee. No, they don't love melee, actually. They don't want to ever engage someone in fair melee. They like stabbing people. Not the melee combat part, but they love the stabbing. Remember, Sigismund, one of the greatest swordsmen in the galaxy. Abaddon, obviously, he's empowered by chaos. And he defeated Sigismund. Lucius the Eternal, you know, technically he wins all things because he's a cheater. That one Raven Guard dude that defeated Lucius twice. What was his name? Hold on, we're looking this up. It's like Evershrike or something? I don't know. Sharokin. You know, obviously defeated Lucius the Eternal twice. Sevatar. Never had a fair duel in his life. And that's why he's the strongest. Sevatar was like one of the best duelists of 30k. Not the best, obviously. There's like crazy people like Sigismund walking around. Although Sigismund was... Is that after... Technically it is 30k, but it's like after Horus Heresy, right? So, does it really count? I will say, my knowledge about Horus Heresy is somewhat limited, because I don't engage with it that much, so... Could be wrong. Yeah. Bad flamer. My flamer's better because I'm a player character and you're an NPC. I guess, are they NPCs or are they... Do enemies count as NPCs? Are they considered NPCs? No, right? They're hostile. No, I don't know. Do I look like a game developer to you? You know, someone would probably say yes. Some people have said I've looked like a mixture between like Kurt Cobain and Brad Pitt, but all the ugly parts. Kidding, no one has said that. I said that because it'd be a funny bit. And it was funny. I chuckled. Let me over, hello. Hey, come down here. Have you ever heard about the Lord Jesus? Ah, be gone. Uh-oh. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Ouch. Oh, pfft. Res to be smacked. Those stun storm grenades last forever. It's like 8 seconds or something. It's crazy. No, you don't. Get down here. Damn, I was hoping to smash his head in. My nose, it itches. Nice. It'll never not be funny. Sorry, I had to mute myself for a second there. I sneezed. And it hurt. You know, sometimes I don't think Showstopper works, because it barely triggers, like ever. I think I've seen it trigger all of twice in my entire game of having, entire time of playing Darktide, all 500 plus hours. Ouch.
With my head, not to mention my insides.
Be thankful you only have to fear the war between nations. The terrors of the war are the vision.
Fair enough, fair enough. Oh my god, there's some hair in my mouth. No! Get out. Oh, so the best Dorito flavor is objectively the spicy nacho. And it's further, oh, excuse you. It's further proven by the fact that the Doomslayer is currently being advertised on the spicy nacho flavor. And I'm just saying, Master Chief could never. Oh my gosh, my nose, it itches. 1 second. Yeah. Let's just get a tissue to scratch it real quick. Hey! Okay, hello. Jump scare. You know, I think it's objectively time we do one of these. Just to make sure we're all good here. Jump attack. Damn it. Good thing I have this flamethrower. Yes, just funnel into the tunnel where the recon las bolt, the flamer, and the throwing knives are all here. Oh, City, what do you guys call the, I guess, the bolter? I always call it the bolt gun, and I blame bolt gun for it, and ever since that game came out, like trailer-wise, I haven't been able to call the bolter the bolter. I've always had to call it the bolt gun. Sometimes will call it the bolter, obviously. Excuse me. But just in my head, I always say, oh, it's bolt gun. And I guess technically it's not wrong, but it's also, like, wrong. I hit it here. No, I'm being cooked up like a fish. A juicy, tasty, delicious fish. Who's also tasty and delicious. That man just stabbed me in the ribs. Nice. Alrighty. Whoop. What are these buttons for? These panels on the side, what are they for? For the, I always thought that maybe you put your hands there, maybe? Oh. Are they supposed to be like defibs? I don't know. Do I look like a tech priest to you? Oh, speaking of tech priests, since we're in the tail end of the episode here, I can talk about Gene Father. Overall, 6.5 out of 10. Not bad. Kind of flopped towards the end, though, in my humble opinion. Just because at the end there, it felt like, okay, we have to find a way for Call to be indisposed, and we have to find a way for Primus to lose. Like, okay. Now, I will say, they did establish what happened. So, while the Zarquazador Call ship was being invaded by Fabius Bile's like entourage of beastmen and some Astartes mercenaries, the Dark Mechanicum used the AI servitor thing of Call's best friend that he keeps reviving, Crow, or Freetish. So Crow 89, which is like what the server is called, if you will. Was hooked up into the Dark Mechanicum, and they connected to the Zarquazador through him, filled it with demon scrap code, or unholy scrap code. I don't know what it's officially called. Essentially disabled the Zarquazador's defenses, right? Fine, it makes sense. Okay, Call's on the ship now. Oy! He goes to like this thing. Oh, the Necron that he had captive is now out because obviously the Zarquazador's defenses are down. Which makes, once again, makes sense. We're good here. Oh. Alright, and Primus goes on a fight. He fights this giant Minotaur Brutus that the Bile made, kicks his ass. Fights the new men, Porter. He defeats her, smashes her ribs. Turns out she's not dead. Jumps on him. Call hits him with some like poison thing. Apparently Primus is made out of some more juice than just some Primar stuff. He's got the Cyclops in him, among other things. I guess, hold on, this is a really bad retelling. Essentially, TLDR, last half, Zarquazador on attack. Bile wants not the Primus Sanguinus or Sanguis. He doesn't want the Primus gene seed. He wants Alpha Primus's gene seed because it's got the juice of all the other Primarchs in it, essentially. So he does it. He gets it. However, just like it felt like all the action was in like the last 2 hours of the book, hour and a half, which is fine, right? It's mostly a character book, but it just felt like that kind of limited to how it felt like, oh, this just feels like the pacing was a bit like weird. And obviously they had an excuse for Call not to be in like his war gear, which kind of felt like a little forced a little bit, but I guess it made sense. Because like he was going to talk with other tech priests and he didn't want to seem like he was the aggressor. Also a funny thing is, during this second half of the book, there was like, Call was at a hearing. He was essentially giving his pitch to like, oh, we're going to use Necron Xenotech to close the Eye of Terror. The tech priests were like, oh. But there was this one tech priest who was an agent of an Inquisitor and accused Call of being a heretic. And it was so funny. It was just like this guy who was like leading it, this tech priest who was like leading this kind of convention, Akran, that was his name. He was like High Magos Akran of Akatan, or I don't know, I can't remember his name. He was like literally just pulled a, you have no power here. If you were an Inquisitor, perhaps we'd give your warnings more credence, but since you're not, shut up. Call is talking. It's very funny. There was this one really interesting character thing towards the end of the book. Oh, by the way, Bile did succeed. He got Primus's gene seed. This whole thing. He got it, got out, and is doing some funky with it in the warp. There's this cute interaction between Ball and Crow 89, and also Friedish. Friedish was like, well, Call, I'm your weakness. You have to kill me and stop trying to revive me over and over. Let me die. Like, I'm your weakness. If it wasn't for me, this Inquisitor wouldn't have been under attack. And Call was like, oh, it was under attack, yes. But they didn't succeed. And they didn't succeed out of their own misfailings, did they, Crow? It was you who defeated them. Talking about the Dark Mechanicus. And he's like, but Call, if I'm a liability. No, a liability or not, you're my friend, Friedish. A wise man once said, a man is remembered for his deeds, but he is remembered by his comrades. The Dark Mechanicum are so what did he say? He said, the Dark Mechanicum throw away human emotion. They only worship their dark gods for a means to an end. They only know hate and brutal efficiency. To what makes us human is our emotions. They can be used. What I am trying to say, Friedish, is that you're my friend, and I need you. It was a very cute interaction. Much appreciated. But yeah, overall, 6.5 out of 10. If you like Call, if you like Bile, I highly recommend it. It's got both of them. Yeah, and that's it for the video. If you made this far in the video, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, or don't. I am not your mother. But you better brush your teeth and have a good one. Bye-bye!